violence again. Miss it. Get back fight. Fight date coming soon.
What's going on, family? It's your man the YB, back once again, 100%. Big love to my doggy Fundos Productions for coming through and keeping that coin loyal right now. So we got some breaking news, and we just heard there from your man's Dillian Shite, aka Dillian Whyte. Yeah? He need war, he says. He ain't want no war. Listen, man, I said in my last video on this channel, Dillian, he need to sit down somewhere. For me, yeah, Dillian is in a very exclusive club. I'm going to give Dillian, you know what, scrap that. Let me start again. I'm going to give Dillian some credit here. Dillian has found himself in a very elite and special club. A very rare club. He's in the club of sit down somewhere, yeah? Sit over there, have an ass, dude. That's what you need to do right now, 100%, yeah? Sit down somewhere. And no one trying to see you. And no one trying to hear from you. And no one trying to see you about war. Yeah? Where was the war when all your fans was loading up coin? When all your fans was trolling the YB, telling him what you was gonna do? YB, Dillian's hair trigger, left hook, and YB, this, that, the other. Yeah? Left hook this, and strength that, and power this, and Tyson Fury's chicken legs that, and where was the war then? Where was it? Where was all this war that you was woofing about? And now you got the audacity to start saying the same things again. And let's not forget, people, as well, like, this wasn't a case where Dillian took his loss and accepted it and or explained it. Oh, it was the push. Oh, it wasn't. And the worst thing is, it wasn't even the push, do you understand? It's one thing if it actually was the push. It's one thing if he got clipped. His head bounced off the canvas, as we've seen other fighters do. Your head, you literally lied about it. Yeah? Rather than take responsibility, you gassed your fans up about war. You gassed your fans up about how Tyson Fury chinless and how much power you got and how easy the sparring was. You go in there, you did nothing. Got smoked with one punch. And then, after all that, you out here talking about push. Making lies up. And now you're trying to run it back or spin it round again. Talking about war. Yeah? I've seen fighters go to war before. That's not what you was on. You was on some weird piddle paddle thing. Oh, I'll go in there and try and outbox the dude who's a foot taller than me. Yeah? Oh, I'll go in there with big belly and big udders and try and outbox the lean, long dude with power. That's gonna work. How'd that work out for you? I'm sick of people, yeah, fair enough. Oh, YB, not everyone can be a warrior. Not everyone can go in there and moshy bash. Fair enough, but drop the act, yeah? Dillian, you ain't a warrior. I can't remember the last fight you was a warrior in. Yeah, a warrior. If you was a warrior, we'd have been seen that in the fight, when it mattered. Don't forget, people, this was Dillian's big shot, wasn't it? This was the big one. If Dillian ever needed to turn up, it was this one. Did any of you see it? Did any of you see any of the things he was talking about for years? I didn't. I saw a man go in there who was entitled and who thought he was going to be able to fiddle his way through. That's what he thought. He thought he could outbox Tyson Fury. That's what he thought. Yeah? I didn't see no plan B. I didn't see no desperation. In fact, your own team told you, Dillian, let your hands go. Yeah? Dillian, mosh a bash. You refused to. You tried to play touch butt. You tried to fiddle around, I'll try and outbox my way to victory. That's what you did. And now, even after making up lies about why you lost, you're now trying to plug the same old rubbish about war. Oh, I want war. My name's Dillian and I've got dogs, and my name's Dillian and I'm in the gym sweating. It's like, you want a medal? Yeah? Because when it mattered, when your card came, what did you have? What did you give back? Oh, you end up on the floor, chinned, useless, big lump of lard. That's what you was. You went in there, and the thing is as well, soft as well. Yeah, big, soft, bulbous dude. with no chin. That's what you delivered. You were, I don't know what you was doing. Oh, we can't come to the press conference. And you know what? Don't even get me started on the build-up to the fight. Yeah? You didn't turn up, and then when you did turn up, you was smiling and tickling. Even Eddie Hearn slagged you off and said, what was that about? Weird. Super weird. Yeah? You didn't turn up, and then you best friends when you was there. So what the fuck? What was that about? No, I can't lie to you. I told you, man, I wasn't impressed with either man on that basis, but listen. If Fury wants to play around and then knock the guy out, so be it. It's not ideal in my book, but you know what? Screw it. Yeah? If you can flick the switch, like Tyson Fury clearly could, fine. You? Oh, man, I'm Dillian, I'm from Brixton, I'm really hard. Where was all that? Where was it? I'm intrigued. You haven't answered that. Yeah? It seems to be, after the fight, you had time to make lies up, but you didn't have time to sit there and explain where all the Brixton went. Where was all the Portugal? Oh, I can't come because I'm in Portugal training now. Where was that then? Well, because you was gassed. Right there. You didn't do anything for 6 rounds and then you was blowing at your arse. Anyway, you might as well have gone in there, yeah? Since you got chinned anyway, you might as well have gone in there, put in a valiant 4 rounds, and then at least we could say, well, man, it was hairy. Look at Wilder, for example. Wilder set the warrior template. Someone like Wilder, yeah. Is he a bit zesty? Does he twerk and do weird things? Absolutely, but when it came to going in the ring, yeah, and delivering what he said he would, can't knock him. He went in there heavy on purpose just to slug it around, and he went in there and slugged it around, just throwing his arms left and right as hard as he could until his wheels fell off. That's what I call war. And don't forget, people, we all slagged Wilder off. Oh, Wilder has no inside game. Dillian Whyte would do this, Dillian Whyte would do that, Dillian Whyte's left hook. Where was all the inside game? Where was this prolific inside game? Where was it all? Where? I told you before, there should be an inquest. Dillian Whyte got paid $8 million for that. There should be an inquest into what happened with Dillian. Bottom line. Yeah, all Dillian Whyte fans should be campaigning on change.org. Yeah, we all need to put in a campaign on change.org. Yeah, and if we get more than 100,000 likes or 100,000 supporters, Parliament will look into it. Facts. Yeah, change.org/Dillian Whyte. Yeah, and let's get Bojo on the case. Let's get a proper parliamentary inquest into what happened there. Because there's something wrong, based on all the facts. I'm in Portugal, training really hard. Oh, I want war. Yeah. Go in there and just swinging your big bingo wing arms around the place and got chinned anyway. Big buff dude. You're not even buff. At least, that's the thing. At least AJ buff and useless. Yeah, at least AJ looks the part, even if it's hollow. Even if what Dave Allen said is true, and AJ is what we call hollow earth. Nothing in there. It's hollow dude. Hollow Donny. Yeah? At least he buff. At least AJ is doing something for the bodybuilding world. What are you doing? Yeah? What are you doing? Dillian Whyte is representing the big heifers. Big hippodons. That's what he do. I'm just telling you what it is. Big heifers. That's what he doing. Big useless heifers. Oh, YB, he's rich. Yeah, well done. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sick of hearing that narrative as well. YB, you live in the basement, and YB, he rich, and yeah. If I could get paid $8 million for getting chinned with the first shot that lands, I'll be rich too. Do you know? I never understood that at all. These guys, Dillian Whyte, got paid $8 million to go in there, not in shape, big belly, big nipples, and just walked in there, didn't do anything for 7 rounds, and then ended up sparked out. Like, who can't do that? Pay me $8 million, and I guarantee you, I can do at least what Dillian did. I guarantee you, yeah, if I fought Tyson Fury for $8 million, I could at least get knocked spark out of 1 shot. I mean, who can't do that? Seriously, who can't do that? Yeah? Who can't? There's not a person on this planet who couldn't go in there and get chinned with the first shot that lands. All jokes aside, who couldn't do that? Who couldn't manage that? After all that talking as well, that's what gets me. You know, after the fight, I had to repent. Because for years, Dillian Whyte sucked me in. He told me about how easy Fury was and how chinless he was and his little legs and... Again, I told you, man, the other day, I stay on AJ's neck because I had expectations of him. Dillian, to a lesser degree, the same principle. Yeah? There's videos of me out there trolling Fury. Yeah, Dillian can do this, Dillian can do that. Yeah? Oh, but no, YB, no one asked you to do that. Listen, no one asked Dillian Whyte to go in there and get chinned by the first shot that landed after telling us Tyson Fury had no power. How about that? Explain that, Dillian. Yeah? Your fans don't want to... Well, obviously, your man fans do. Yeah, the people who are in love with Dillian. The people who are begging to be Dillian's next wife alongside sporting shite cons and Dean. Yeah? Apart from them, man, your real proper hardcore boxing fans, like the YB, wanna know what happened to that? Where was it? Yeah? What happened to Tyson Fury having no power? Explain what happened to that. I don't want to hear, oh, it was just a good shot, because you weren't saying that before the fight. Yeah? I didn't hear Dillian say, well, you know, this is 50-50 and Tyson Fury can catch me one shot. You weren't saying that. You were saying he pillow-fisted. You were saying he chicken-legged. Yeah? So what we need to do is sit down, have an interview, and you need to explain how you were saying this and it ended up that. You explain the balance. But either way, listen. All Dillian's doing here is trying to drum up some next bum fight to sell. Yeah, I've told you before, everyone should boycott all of AJ's fights and all of Bumillion's fights. No one should buy any more of them bum-ass fights. Yeah? What for? Yeah? You sold snake oil and now you're trying to do it again. I want war, I need war. Like, it's really cringy, man. Fair enough again. If Deontay Wilder was on Instagram saying he wants war, okay, I can't argue with it. Who can argue with that? He wanted war with Fury. He went in there and gave him war. Pushed Fury to the limits to some extent. It's not even about the result. I'm not even saying that I expected Dillian Whyte to knock Fury down, but to give it some. Wilder was in there at points, just literally swinging left and right. Is it advisable? I don't know, but again, that's what war is, isn't it? War isn't going in there and trying to outbox a dude who's much longer than you and much faster. That's what you call tactical whatever. War is what Wilder did, Moshabash, yeah? But anyway, Dillian, bottom line, you are in the sit down somewhere club. That's the end of that. Just go over there, sit down, and reflect on your shoddy performance, no doubt.